G'day, it's Mark and welcome back to the channel. And in this episode, episode 8 of the Ford P5 LTD update, we've got a huge episode for you, so stay tuned. So before we kick off, we're going to go to Brian's today, and also we're going to see Stu, who's going to take the glass out of the LTD, the front and rear window. I've got the vinyl roof material, the cavalry twill, that's all being trimmed. That'll be fitted later. But just want to do a shout out to Darian and his dad, who've got a nice collection of Fairlanes and also a P5 LTD. He's got quite a few spare parts. So through the channel, they reached out to me and said that they had some parts available to help me with the restoration of this car. So I just wanted to cover off that and say thanks very much. We were able to do a deal. The air cleaner with the correct chrome lid, which is what the LTDs should have, or the Landaus. So I was really pleased to get that. If anyone has got another one though, I'm still looking for a second one as well, potentially for another project, or more about that later. But if you have got one, I think somebody did say to me before they had one in the shed, so let me know please. Rear wheel arch mouldings here. I've got 3 or 4 already, but I think Brian will just pick the best ones and use those. I've bought new screws to mount them with. Also, this long strip here is for the boot lid, which matches the vinyl roof. I needed a new ashtray, so this is a beautiful one. Doesn't even look like it's been smoked in, but all the wood grain's perfect, so that's terrific. I also got there's some clips in here, I think, which might be for the rear trim, but I've also got one of the cigarette lighters. I still need the other one because there's 2 different cigarette lighters. So I think this might be the front one, and I need the one for the back, or it might be the other way around. I'll have to double check that, but that is terrific. I also got a Holly carburetor, or maybe not a Holly, I think it was Holly actually, carburetor, which needs to be rebuilt, but I was able to get that as well because I will be converting the car back to petrol from gas. So yeah, so thanks very much, Darian and your dad, and really appreciate it. It was nice to meet you guys. They came over from Adelaide for a family event, and I was able to catch up with them. So that was terrific. So yeah, thanks guys. Really appreciate your help. Now let's head over to Brian's and check out the progress there. There's been a heap of progress since the last update. And we'll also see Stu, who sorted out the windows for us as well. So let's check it out.
It's been cut out and everything.
Yep.
We've just sat it back
This is Stu, everyone.
Oh, don't put that on fucking YouTube. But anyway, we've just sat it back in so Brian, when he's doing other work,
he can just pull it out. Oh, yeah, okay.
And he's going to sit that back in. Right?
Yep.
When it goes back.
When it goes, okay, that's good. Yeah, okay. Right. So, and then you've got the Ford screen for me, the proper one with the aircon tint and everything.
Yep.
Then that's the back window Stu's taken out as well, which is a very difficult job. You got to be very careful because you can't get those. Yeah.
And anyway.
Now Stu's got this. It's going to be on YouTube, Stu. Okay. I'll edit out your swearing. Look at this.
Look at this head. You can't.
No, that's a good head for radio, I reckon. But look at this XR6. How many of these do they make?
10.
10. I want to put this on there. I'll have the dealer sticker on the back. Is it E?
It's a XG.
XG, right. Check that out. You've never seen one of these. XR6 Tickford, 1 of 10. Just looks terrific. I love it. Great colour too. Is that Polynesian?
Yep.
Yeah. That's really nice. Beautiful car. I want to make sure I put that in. Oh yeah, that's terrific. Yeah, really cool. How long have you had it for?
5 years.
5 years. Nice interior. What a cool panel van.
That's not the original seat.
Right. It looks fine in there. Well, is it the passenger one? Yeah, with the piping. Yeah. Oh, okay. Right. Pretty wild interior
That's the
fabric.
original Tickford trim.
Can you still get that or not? Or
No, I'm not
have you
sure.
got some?
But I took the original seat out and just put that Fairmont seat in.
Yeah, just so you can use that. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
so
nice.
It doesn't damage nothing.
All right, Stu, thanks very much.
Anytime.
Appreciate it. And I guess I'll see you again when you put it back in and enjoy your holiday.
I will for sure.
All right, mate. Thank you. See ya. Stu does a great job. Anytime I need car glass done, I get him to do it because he works on old cars, and a lot of new places won't do it or they don't know how to do it properly. And so Stu does a great job. So yeah, if you're in Melbourne, you should look him up. I can put his details in the comments somewhere or the description. I just grabbed a card off him before he left, so here's his details. If you're in Melbourne, give Stu a call. If you've got an older car, you need any glass work done that requires some finesse and care, then I highly recommend Stu. Okay, we're back here with Brian. G'day, Brian.
How you going?
I like your, what do you got on? Iron Man, Captain America and the Hulk. So it's
another action shirt on by coincidence.
Marvel. My brother Paul would like that. He used to draw all that stuff and he's got all the comics. So there's been a lot of work done since our last update. This is update number 8.
Yeah, been working hard.
Do you want to just give us a bit of a rundown on what you've been doing?
We're basically preparing it for paint, obviously. So
yeah.
I had to repair this broken panel on the grill.
Yes.
I've actually put some steel in behind there and urethane, clamped that over a couple of days and
Reinforced
clamped that to reinforce it.
Yeah.
So it feels nice.
So you reckon that's from people leaning over them when they
I reckon they lean across it and they crack it.
Yeah. Because it was on both, wasn't
Both
it?
sides.
Yeah.
They all do it.
Yeah.
I think that's what causes it. I could be wrong, but I think that's what causes it.
Is this like a Mad Max accessory?
So this is just temporary because these keep coming up when the car sits. I'm stopping the doors from
right.
going up so I can work on it.
Okay. Yep.
So going around the car, it's basically all it's been is body work, getting it prepared for paint. So checking it dents, rust. You know, I've made the whole bottom section of that guard there.
Yeah, it looks terrific.
Repairs in the corners of the door, that's on show. So got all good alignment there, everything lines up nice at the bottom.
That looks terrific. Yeah.
This door was the better one, that only had a couple of small rust repairs. Obviously you saw the quarter before.
Yeah.
We've sealed this in just any old colour just to prepare it.
Is it Shockwave, you said? Shockwave.
Yeah.
Is that like a BA, BF colour? BF?
BA.
BA? Yeah.
Obviously you saw that before, the quarter's nice. I just had paint in the gun, so I've just shot a bit of colour in the jams, but I've got to redo that in the right colour.
Yeah. So it's obviously, it's not going to be this bright blue.
And there's paint under the vinyl top, so we'll probably do the vinyl top next, and then we'll mask up to the mouldings because it's such a lot of work in getting that right. I don't want to do it around the shiny paint.
Yes.
These, I put the door handles in, you notice, put some colour under the frame. These are really hard to get in.
Okay.
And you've got to put them in with the door handle open and the frame down, and it's really easy to knock the top of the corners of the door, and I've done these in the past.
Right.
I thought, you know what, I don't want that pressure.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put some paint underneath the door, put the door in, and just going to mask them off.
Yeah, fine.
That way I know it'll be shiny and I'll never get a scratch them. So.
Yeah.
This door, I completely remade the whole bottom of that door. That's new from there to there.
Yep.
And folded up on the inside as well. You probably can't see that well. Looks terrific. Can't see that well, but anyway, it's got a whole new bottom lip on there.
Yep.
This door was the same rust.
Nice alignment too.
Corner. This was really badly damaged here, really bad body line. It's all crunched, I don't know, I think it'd been doubled over onto something and the door been pulled around maybe.
Yeah, and that front guard was terrible, wasn't it?
Front guard was terrible. So it had a big repair down the bottom. This was really nasty.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember this had a terrible, like it was bent or something, wasn't it? Or something.
And this here had holes in it and lots of great big damage, and I had perfect access under there to, I had it looking 90% better within half an hour, just with a sack of getting there with a lever.
Right.
So it had some sort of a numpty working on it before, I tell you. I had no idea how to fix a dent.
Yeah.
The bonnet's prepared as well. It had an elephant sitting on the middle of the bonnet here.
Right.
We got that out.
Yep.
So that's prepared for paint.
You were saying before, when people sit on cars, it's bags it, they dent at either side of the reinforcement, don't they?
Yeah, well, the reinforcement, the panel don't look too bad, but then it gets stretched over the frame, so it goes in and out and in, and it's all stretched.
Yeah. So. But I can't believe, like, this guard, I remember before, like, it was so bad, wasn't it? We were talking about whether I needed to get another mud guard or not.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'll get to it in a second, but I brought you some more wheel arch mouldings for the back. But also in the boot, I bought the screws. They're brand new, the correct screws to go in, the chrome with the rounded chrome sort of head. Yeah.
Anyway, so we're basically almost ready to give its final rub down.
Terrific.
The boot lid's done. I'm just preparing the underside. This is where there was a random hole in the middle of nowhere, so I had to do a repair there.
Right. And then also you had to fill all with the badges for the Fairlane
because it was a Fairlane boot, so we'll those up.
Yes.
So that's ready to go. So really we're getting there. So next is vinyl top.
Yep.
And then it's really ready for a final rub down, and there's a lot of detail work here. There's a lot
Yes.
more work to be done there yet.
Yes.
Preparing that for paint, but also
Yeah.
this has got to be blacked out, and you've got to.
Well, there's nothing worse when you see
silver-
some people do these up and they've just painted it and they haven't masked it properly, and there's nothing worse than seeing that
it's got to
stuff.
be detailed,
Yeah.
and there's a silver edge, silver body line,
Yes.
silver line on top of each fin,
Yes.
so to replicate all that.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's getting there.
It's looking terrific.
Yeah, it's coming along.
Yeah, I appreciate all your work you're doing on
Yeah,
it.
at least it's looking more like a clean,
proper car.
clean car now.
Yeah, yeah. And Stu was saying it's taking the windscreen out, so you can just put
We're
it,
just going to leave that sit there to keep the dirt.
and then when it's transported, it can be taped down or something.
That's best so.
Yeah.
If it's not raining, it wouldn't matter.
I have to work out what stuff's in the interior. It's nothing blows away, I guess, but
Yeah, that's right.
can't afford to lose anything from these cars. The parts are
So
so
this looks
hard.
a little rough, but it's padded and
Yeah.
vinyl, so you're never,
Yeah.
you're never going to see anything.
Yeah, it's all sealed off. And have you fish oiled it yet, or you haven't got to
No,
that
I'll do
point?
that last. Because
Okay.
the fish oil tends to run out.
Okay.
I don't want fish oil around while I'm
With the
painting,
paint.
so I'll do
Yeah.
the very
Okay.
last thing on
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Okay. Terrific.
Yeah.
All right. And should we lay out the roof, or
Yeah.
like I say, it's here. And I thought it was. I think it's burgundy and blue actually. The roof, or I think so. I haven't actually folded it out myself. Just that it says here. 9 meters blue twill. So I'm assuming it's blue. Also here, Brian, in the ashtray, look at this perfect ashtray I got from one of my subscribers.
Right.
Darian and his dad, they've got two Fairlane, I think ZF or ZGs, plus his dad's got a P5 LTD. Yeah. That's one of the clips, by the way, that you gave me last time as a
sample.
So I'm just giving it back to you if you want to use it, but it's pretty corroded, so I don't know if you do or not. But I think there's some clips in here. There's some clips in here which you'll probably recognise, which might be for the moulding for the boot. You know, the boot moulding?
The boot moulding's very wide.
I thought he said there was some screws or clips in here relating to. I thought it was the boot mould.
Oh, okay. Could
Yeah.
be. You know, I didn't have a
Just
boot mould.
maybe
so.
have a look in there, but you'll work it out. That's that. I don't know if you want that. I don't know if some of them are odd clips, to suit. I'm gonna put this back in. I'm gonna put this in the car because it's probably the safest place for it. I'm really glad I got that, and I've got a nice air cleaner. And like I say, in the box there, you'll probably find the packet with the proper little screws. I bought a packet of screws specifically for the wheel arch mouldings.
Yep.
I couldn't get the front ones. I think they're too rear. So you can just pick the best of the best.
Right.
Just going to lay out the roof. See what we think.
Have we got it round the right way?
I don't know. I think so.
The blue, very dark.
Blue and I got it for a better price because I'm not going to leave it like this. But it was made up of, I guess, offcuts of what was left from the material. So it was a blue and a, whatever this is, parchment or brown, camel. And obviously it's got to have the padding in it and all that sort of stuff as well, which he cut for me. So, you don't like the two-tone?
No, I don't like the two.
Don't think I should keep it like that? No. But it's good to see it before and after, I suppose. And yeah, it's going to be a big job, and I'm putting it out there. I'll help you if you need my help. If I'm going to be a hindrance, then maybe...
It might cost more money to help.
That's right.
This side seems to fit nicer than the other side, see?
Right.
Look at that. So that sits nice flat straight off the bat.
Yeah.
Whereas the other side doesn't.
Wonder if you can actually make up for any of that with the padding and stuff, the
Well,
foam.
the padding will definitely fill it, but
Yeah.
look how puffy that is.
Yeah,
To
yeah.
me, that's not sewn.
Yeah,
That pattern isn't quite right.
yeah. Yeah. And I guess, will it make a difference once you heat it up as well or not?
Heat will help, but that gives it stretch. But
Yeah.
you've got to be able to take it to the stretch of something. You've got to
Yes.
take it with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Okay. I bet you when Ford made these cars originally, they never would have expected 50 odd years later would even be considering this. You know what I mean?
yeah. They wouldn't think it'd even still be around.
No.
They'd probably think it was
Wouldn't even
thrown
thought
away.
about it. Wouldn't even think about it. Whereas now we have cars that are kind of newer, but they're Australian, and we know that we want to keep and preserve them. So we think, well, people will restore a BA or a BF Falcon down the track. You know they will.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So once the exterior is done, then all the interior needs to be all taken apart and cleaned. Obviously Brian will put the door trims back on and stuff, but they all need to be cleaned up, and I need to get a trimmer to fix the repairs in the seats. I need to buy that material, and yeah, it's slowly coming together. I've got the switch for this. I think it's the wipers. But yeah, it's all coming together slowly but surely. It's great to see coming together. I think it's going to look terrific when it's done. A complete transformation between how it started and what it's going to look like when it's finished. So very good. I'm looking forward to seeing the final job. Brian does such good work. So as you could tell by his Daytona, if you haven't watched that episode, check out his Daytona. That's a pretty cool project there. So thanks very much for watching. Please make sure you do give the episode a like. It does help the channel get seen by more enthusiasts, and also hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on a future episode. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.